Welcome back to Marv in the Morning. Good morning, Bravehearts, and good morning, Garfield, New Jerusalem. We're catching up today. What more can I say? We uh, we most certainly and most definitely missed last Thursday. We missed yesterday on account of computer issues. Last Thursday, I don't even remember what kept me from doing the show last Thursday, but let's catch up because a lot has happened. A lot of good, a little unfortunate to say the least. But if this is your first time watching, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, thumbs up if you like what you're hearing. We provide you with podcast tips. We tell you what's going on in Marv's mind, and we kind of just touch on a few trending things that are happening in the world that I kind of can relate with. Can't relate with everything, but the few that I do relate with, I love to speak on. So let's get right to it, man. Let's get right to it because this is episode 43. This is episode 43, and we have a lot to cover, a lot of catching up. This is Thanksgiving week, so I guess the energy is very different in everyone that I'm interacting with. A lot of the people that I know are going through like a seasonal depression because of the cold, because of the weather change, just the Christmas time blues or the holiday blues, I want to call it. Shout out to Derek. Actually, no, not shout out to Derek. Shout out to Darth in the chat. My eyes deceive me sometimes. How you doing, Darth Messiah? Welcome, bro. Top of the morning to you too. But yeah, a few people that I've spoken with that I interact with a lot are telling me they're going through like the seasonal blues, the holiday blues. And keep your chin up, guys. Keep your chin up, and remember that this is not necessarily because you are going through something that you're feeling this way, but it's almost also your your body adjusting to the changes happening, temperature wise, seasonal wise, sun going down earlier. You're not basking in that sunlight, absorbing that photosynthetic light. So yeah, just try to keep your heads up. I'm here with you. Um, I'll be your guide. I'll be your emotional rescue, like the Rolling Stones song, for sure. I'll be your emotional rescue. Just and give me a call too, and talk to people. I think speaking to people or just being around people you love is a good medicine. It's not the end all be all. I'm no physician or technician or any ishin or anything, but I do know that I feel awesome when I'm around people that I love and that make me feel good. So try to be around the people that make you feel good this time of the year. Because I think spending too much time alone in the cold, in the dark of winter, in the cold, dark winter, definitely messes with you. Definitely messes with the chemistry or the chemicals and flowing through you or whatever. So enjoy it, enjoy it. I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving. My Thanksgivings are like this with like the family. I have 10 aunts and uncles, like all together, like six aunts, 4 uncles, and everybody gathering around this time of the year. It makes me feel good because I unfortunately don't have a lot of time to visit my family throughout the year, but I don't miss Thanksgiving. I try not to miss Christmas, and I feel good. I feel good catching them up because they're always asking me, "Hey, how's it going with the business? How's your creative endeavors?" And I'm proud of watching my cousins and my brothers and sisters grow and follow their endeavors and everything they're doing. And I hope I'm making them proud. I don't know. I'm too shy to ask sometimes. Hey, am I making you proud? But yeah, I hope I'm doing them well, and they're definitely making me proud. So yeah, I like getting together with the family. I got some cool cousins. I got a lot of cool cousins, a lot of cool aunts and uncles, and everybody's having kids and getting married and living their life. It's cool to play catch up. It's cool to play catch up this time of the year with people you don't see too often. So yeah, I look forward to it. I always look forward to it, and I definitely look forward to the food. My godmother, her cooking is like my favorite on the planet. Um, there's a huge bias there, but she's definitely the best cook on the planet, for without a doubt, without a doubt. So yeah, man, try to be around the people you love this time of the year. If you're feeling the holiday blues, just get around people you love. That's my best advice for you. But last Saturday, Rival Fools Tournament Edition went down here in Bravery Studios. It was an awesome time, big crowd, awesome feedback from everybody that came. They love the venue, they love Bravery Studios. They're like, this is awesome. Can't wait for the next one. Huge turnout. Shout out to Tenmomi Ramen, Casey for providing the Munchables. Shout out to Johnny. Shout out to Clev for just putting this all together. Patricia, Patty is like the brains of the operation, and Johnny's like the muscle, I guess. Clev's the art and the heart, right? But I love working with them. I'm looking forward to more events. I'm looking forward to it growing, and I'm looking forward to integrating more with the fighting game community. A lot of people may not realize this, but gaming is a vast, giant genre or medium where there are smaller pockets of communities. You got the Dungeons and Dragons guys. You got the people, the esports crowd that are playing like League of Legends and all that jazz. And the fighting game community are their own thing, where they play like one-on-one fighting games or 3v3 fighting games. Just Street Fighter is like what you can think of when you think what do fighting game community players play. There's fighting in every video game, but fighting games are particularly kind of like a Bruce Lee movie, like Enter the Dragon, where it's one-on-one till you make it to the final boss. The competitiveness, the trash talking, the culture itself. I love everything about the fighting game community. Those are probably my favorite kind of games. I love me some fighting games. Am I the best at them? Gosh darn it, no. But sure wish I was. But I'm there for the culture. I'm there for the art. I'm there for it all, actually. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, yeah, Rival Fools at Bravery Studios, Tournament Edition. The first bracket time they ran brackets. Great time. Enjoyed the jazz out of it for sure. Definitely enjoyed the jazz out of it. Also, last Sunday, I got to appear on the Mina Mendoza show. And, like I said before in the past, me and Mina are childhood friends. We went to Catholic school together. I've known her since forever. And somehow, like, we keep crossing paths in life. And at this point in time, we were both doing podcasting. So it was only made sense for us to come together and work on things together. So shout out to her. Thanks for having me. I had a great time reminiscing and kind of speaking about my journey and, the dreams going forward. Yeah, I loved it. I actually loved it. I let her have an extra hour. I was like, yeah, just go for 2 hours. Let's do it. I knew me and her could both jibber jabber, so we both went in for a whole other hour. We got Takzuki, man, Freddie Gobgovich in the Bravery Arcade. Actually, this is not the Bravery Arcade. This is the Bravery. This is the Marv in the Morning Arcade. How you been, Takzuki? Do you guys celebrate Thanksgiving up there in Canada? Is that only an American thing? Do you guys have like turkey? Do you guys have a turkey day? But yeah, continuing. Mina Mendoza, we spoke about Catholic school days, and I didn't realize that even back then I kind of had a meticulous nature and a kind of like a little artistic spirit to myself. She was speaking how she used to watch me like come into class and sit down a certain way and put my hat on the corner of my desk, like making a statement out of it. I had a Stone Cold Steve Austin snapback. And it was cool. It was cool. I didn't even realize about myself that even back then I kind of had a style to myself. We celebrate Thanksgiving, but in October. Oh, really? So what's the lore? Like, how in America we celebrate Thanksgiving because of the Pilgrims and the Indians, eating together for Thanksgiving, joining each other or whatever. But what's the lore? Why do Canadians celebrate Thanksgiving? That's what I want to know. Continuing. Yeah, Mina Mendoza show. It was a great time. I mean, like I said, even thinking back then, this girl used to really, really laugh at anything I used to say. I used to get her in so much trouble because I used to just make her laugh all the time. And that I wish I could just like watch like a little portal of myself I don't want to go back in time. I'm actually not covered in. I don't look at those times with nostalgic, with rose tinted glasses. I know I would not want to go back to a time before there was YouTube or whatever. But yo, definitely, I would love to like look from a window, like see like myself in that classroom. Because realistically, I think the school was cool for me, especially is because I had an audience. I had an audience, and it was like, hey, I got a class of 30 students. If I can make all 30 of these kids laugh, I'm going home feeling good today. And class clown vibes. And yeah, it was dope. It was really dope. I really used to love school. I used to love it just for that, just for having the audience. I think it's a similar thing, but I'll have to look it up. You don't know the lore of your own Thanksgiving, Takzuki. How are you going to become emperor of Canada if you don't know the lore of your own Thanksgiving? I don't know, Taco. You might have lost my vote then if you don't know the lore of your holidays. I'm sure you know the lore of Boxing Day. I'm sure you know the lore of that. Takzuki disappointed me the first time. Takzuki knows all the lore of everything. Sometimes when I want to learn something, I just ask Takzuki. Come on, Takzuki. We gotta look. We gotta figure this out. But what else did I want to speak on? I just had it on the top of my tongue, and I just kind of forgot it because of the conversation with Takzuki. I kind of just lost it. But while we're speaking on it, how about I show you guys a little clip of me and Mina chopping it up over here. I'm not sure what point in the episode this is. Hopefully, it's not a bad part, but let's see. Wrong clip, huh? Let's see. Of course, I'm talking about Macho Man over here. Yeah, so that's me and Mina chopping it up over there. Chopped it up for 2 hours. That's us. A good time, good time, good times, good times, good times. Um, Now let's talk about some unfortunate news. Cause listen, guys, the Green Power Ranger passed away over the weekend. The Green Ranger, I believe it was Sunday, exactly Sunday morning. I heard it. Yeah, it was definitely Sunday morning, and I cannot believe that at his age that he would pass away. Maybe you just don't realize it. And I know we spoke about heroes. We spoke about uh, Kevin Conroy last week that he had just passed away. And now it's the Green Ranger, Jason David Frank, the man with three first names. Um, Man, we here, fire. What up, Brian? How you doing, bro? But yeah, the Green Ranger passed away, and I got just as much love for the Green Ranger as I do for like Kevin Conroy and Batman. Yeah, I wanted to be the Green Ranger growing up. That's why green is like my favorite color. I'm not wearing any right now. I should have worn it in his honor. Of course, you know the guy became the ambassador for like Power Rangers after that because I always figured that these guys have been like that were Power Rangers. They're probably embarrassed by their time on the show. It didn't look like a lot of them like really enjoyed it. It seemed like it was a kind of a thankless job at first because I don't think they were getting paid much to do it, and they were doing so many episodes. But he embraced the culture. He really became like it's Stan Lee, its ambassador. I watched a clip this morning on TikTok where he's speaking to a crowd of fans, and he was saying that yo, if you are talking to your hero, and he says that he's tired of you saying that you are his hero, he's tired of people saying that to him, then don't let him be your hero. Like you should never be tired of someone saying that to you. And he was a good guy, man. Like you can tell he was a good guy. He said you should never be tired of someone calling you their hero. Like I can only imagine that. Like Um, everyone's been passing away recently. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to fist fight death. Yeah, for real. Do something about it, Taco, because these are like the staples of the '90s childhood. Like if you grew up in the '90s, the voice of Batman, now the Green Power Ranger, and I have been seeing the clip making the rounds of when he gave these guys the fade inside their own Megazord. I'm gonna play it for you, and hopefully we don't get a strike on the channel or whatever. But here we go. This is the most. I'm gonna say it right here, right now. This is the most gangster moment in all of television history. I had never seen anything happen this crazy on this show before. The Power Rangers fight monsters weekly, weekly, and they had never, ever, ever had someone come inside their Megazord, which is their giant robot, and beat them up inside of their own robot. Usually, the robot is when they're safe. Like, hey, I'm in my giant Megazord. Um, we're Voltron now. Like, nothing can defeat us inside here. We're powerful as jazz, right? The Green Ranger said, "Oh yeah, you think you're safe up there?" Boom, jumped up in the sky, jumped inside their Megazord from the head unit, and beat. And look at the sparks everywhere. Like this man is causing chaos in here. Like holy jazz, this was incredible to watch as a kid. This was incredible to watch as an adult yesterday when I was watching it. But let's play it for you over here. Let's do this. Look at him jump in the sky. He jumps inside their head. Incredible. And look at him taking on Marv by himself. What? Bro, bro, he is trashing them. Oh my god. Like that was the most gangster thing I've ever watched on television. No one had ever thought about going inside their own robot to beat them up. That is without a doubt uh, one of those moments I will never forget from television. I will never forget the day that happened. I was like, what? And he kicked them out of their own robot. Oh, man. Shout out to Tommy, bro. Shout out to Jason David Frank. He really like loved the culture, the whole Power Rangers fan base, all of it. He embraced it. He came back so many times. I detect some Black Air Force energy going on here. Yeah, dude, Mondo. You can almost say Green Air Force energy at this point. Like, yo, he really, really, really became like the face of Power Rangers, the ambassador. Like, he loved the culture so much, the community, all of it. He came back as like every other color. I think he did red, he did black, he did white right after the Green Ranger. Like, yeah, dude did his thing, and he said he loved the fans. He said, yo, if your hero gets tired of you saying that he's your hero, then he shouldn't be your hero anymore. He goes to all the conventions, all the Comic Cons, all the cons everywhere, takes pictures with everyone. Seems like a humble dude, and he can really fight, man. Listen, this guy was doing UFC before, for recently. I think he was pushing 50, so I don't know if he was still doing it, but yeah, dude was doing his thing, man. He was doing his thing, and he could really bang. He could really, really bang. So that was a whole era. That whole Green Ranger era. I remember just being on the playground and everybody picking their colors, man, and then like five people arguing over who's the Green Ranger. As a matter of fact, not even five. The whole playground. If you were playing Power Rangers, you and your friends were probably arguing over who was the Green Ranger. Nobody wanted to be any other color but green. And Green Ranger wasn't even like the leader of the team. He kind of like just became the leader, but he was like the Akuma because he was like the evil ranger. Oh, it's the Green Ranger. He was the evil ranger at first, and then he joined the team. But like later on, like they didn't bring him back to like later on. They defeated him. He went back to being a normal human. Then like they asked him to join the team, And then when he started losing his powers and he had to turn into the White Ranger. Listen, that whole little era, I don't know if you could ever recreate that with a show. Um, it also lent itself to like the live action martial arts era of television, right? Or actually, I don't even know if I want to say there was an era of it because I don't think anything ever came close to like Power Rangers as far as like being an action live action adult not adult live action kids show, like action kids show. Now I need a clip of the Green Ranger doing a taunt cancel into Raging Demon. Yeah, yes, we all need that clip. Dude, so he had a flute. There was a dagger that sounded like a trumpet that he played through his helmet. He had a flute. There was a dagger that sounded like a trumpet that he could play through his helmet. And that was like the coolest thing, man. It was like he played it like an ocarina. He didn't even play it like a flute either. Like they called it a flute on the show, but it's like, and his Dragon Zord. Oh man, yeah, dude was something else. He was definitely something else, man. And like I said, I I think that era was incredible. That was like right before everyone got into like wrestling. This is when we wanted to see people beat up people on television. I need a clip of the Green Ranger doing a tongue cancel into Raging Demon. This is like right before people got into wrestling, so we were like getting adapted to watching people beat each other up in live action on television. And if you think about it, like the Walker Texas Ranger with Chuck Norris was like the adult version of Power Rangers. Similar situations and all, right? Similar situations and all. But yeah, rest in peace to him. Um, my dream scenario is that they take the first era of Power Rangers, the Mighty Morphin era, and they just make it into an anime. I wish they would just do that. Take the original characters, the original six, I think it is, and turn it into an anime where you can kind of get away with more action and more effects than you could in live action. Because, yeah, you could kind of just do it in live action again and recast everyone. Kind of like how that movie did. They did like a Power Rangers movie a while ago, like 2016, I think. And you could kind of go that route. But I think if you can take the material and make it a little more serious, not too much more serious. It has to be a little bit funny too, because you still have Bokas going there in comedic moments, and you have the Alpha 5, the little robot guy from they helped him out. But if you could take this show and make it a little more like anime-ish, like a little more adult content in it, a little more adult situations, I think like people would go nuts for that. Especially with like now Disney Plus and all these streaming services where you can go watch your childhood all the time. I would love to see like a Power Rangers taken a little more serious. It doesn't have to be bloody or cursing or anything like. I don't want it to be too dark. I don't need a like the Spawn version of Power Rangers, but just something a little more serious that can show effects and combat and battle and all that jazz, right? That would be really cool. And like you don't introduce the Green Ranger right away. You have to wait till like season 2. Maybe have him lurking in the shadows as a mysterious character at first, and then have him appear in season 2 as a bad guy, and then maybe season 3 he joins the team. That's how you saw that character. You build him up in the background. Apparently, Bathe in the Sun was working on it, but something happened. Well, I don't know what's Bathe in the Sun. But shout out to Dexter Great for being in the chat. Poked his head in just to talk about the Green Ranger. Yeah, man. I would love that. I would love an anime Power Ranger show. I would love that. That would be the bee's knees. And like I said, just dedicate the show to Jason David Frank and the years he put in. Oh, Bat in the Sun. Bat in the Sun is that a anime company? You need like Funimation to make it or something, right? DX the grrr. Yeah. But yes, so they did the Scorpion versus White. Oh, okay. Had the best time at Friendsgiving. Y'all are the best. Shout out to Jason Enrique. Yeah, man, we spoke on that a little bit earlier. But shout out to Mina Mendoza. Shout out to Matt and Jason and my best friend Amanda for showing up. No, they're live action. No, I don't really wouldn't want a live action Power Rangers, to be honest, because we already Power Rangers is already live action to begin with. I feel like if you're making an anime, you can kind of get away with more effects and a little more serious content. Like like not too far like the Castlevania show, but a little bit like lighter than the Castlevania show. Like it has to have a little more humor because you got Boken Skull in there, and like I said, you have Johnny Five or Alpha Five, whatever his name was. But yeah, Friendsgiving was awesome, Jason. Friendsgiving was dope. Thanks you guys for coming, and go watch the Mina Mendoza show. If you guys have not watched my guest spot on the Mina Mendoza show, yeah, DX exactly. But if you have not watched my spot on the Mina Mendoza show, go watch it. I'm trying to get that episode to pass the views that our boy has over there, Matt Zaytoon. The bet is that whoever gets the most views, I mean, whoever gets the least amount of views by Christmas has to shave all their facial hair. And he's like, "Well, you don't even have that much." And I'm like, "Yo, if I lose a little bit that I have, then it's gonna hurt even more. It's gonna hurt just as much. You don't want to lose all your facial hair when you only got a little bit of it. Even it's still a loss. But definitely, shout out to the Green Ranger. Shout out to Jason David Frank. Thank you for the memories. Thank you for the life lessons. Thank you for being awesome and cool. You are the de facto '90s cool guy, bro. The ponytail, all your shirts had ripped sleeves. You rocked a flannel around the waist, like Raven from WCW. Yo, yeah, shout out to him, man, and shout out to him for embracing the community and the culture of Power Rangers, and for coming back every single time they asked him to come back for it. Uh, you made Power Rangers dope. You made every kid want to be the Green Ranger. Nobody wanted to be any other color anymore. Everyone wanted to be the Green Ranger. You made green my favorite color, for sure. I wish I was wearing green today. If I had remembered, I would have definitely worn some green today. But thank you for making the '90s awesome. Thank you for all the good memories. Um, but yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for today's episode. It's Thanksgiving week. It's gonna be a lot of thanks being given out this week on the show. Um, Tomorrow night, Wednesday night, Thanksgiving Eve, I'm gonna be at JoJo's for karaoke night. I already told Jason, I told DX. I know DX and me are gonna be there singing our heart out. So if you're a Braveheart and you're in the Garfield area, Patterson, Passaic, Garfield, uh, come out to JoJo's. I'm gonna be. I've been practicing, so I hope I don't mess it up. I have to do my karaoke thing there. I've been practicing a lot. I've been practicing a lot for it. So yeah, show up, sing a couple songs, do a little dance. Let's have some fun on Thanksgiving Eve, and then to the next day I'll be doing Thanksgiving with the fam. So looking forward to that. But yeah, Bravehearts has been real. It's been awesome. Rest in peace to the legend, Jason David Frank. You will be missed, man. You will be missed. And this one really hurt too. So I'll see you guys, Banana Bravehearts. Stay brave and keep on keeping on.